Hey, this is Rick and welcome to another unboxing review. I just purchased from the Gibraltar Industries Combination Series Mailbox and Post, Stratford edition I guess, and I've just taken it apart and here's the pieces. I just put the box together. It's real simple. It's got three components that are hinged. You just put those hinges together and just slide the plate on top of there. The instructions are pretty easy. Tells you what hardware you're supposed to get and everything else. All the brackets that come with. Here's the post that came in the box. It comes in two pieces. You put the first piece on, slide the other one on there. There's no hardware that attaches this part to that part. It just sits on there, and then what you'll do is you'll run your screws right into your wooden post that will be right inside of this. The box will go onto the bracket. The bracket will then slide onto those notches. I've already demoed my old post. What I had was one of those type of posts that stick out and the mailbox comes off the end of it. And I'll walk you out here and take a look. See, I cut the decorative piece off the back there. Just use a Sawzall. As you can see, that's cut off. And the piece that comes off as the angle bracket in the front, that's been removed. And then what you do is you slide that whole post assembly there, put it right on, and I'll try to do that. I know some people get upset because I don't have a camera person, but I'm doing the best I can. So as you can see, the post is here, two pieces, and here's my original post. What you do is just slide it down right on top like that, and there you have your decorative post in position. And what we'll do is we'll go get the angle bracket. The angle bracket goes right on here for the attached mailbox. You can buy this as a kit with the mailbox or without. I bought it with the mailbox. Just thought it would look more complete. So as I said, here's the instructions. See if you can see that. That's how to put the mailbox together. See how it's hinged? Once those pieces come together, you're going to slide right here, the end part in there, and then you're also going to put the door slides in there also, and then the cap goes on there, and it'll just slide directly to the back, and it locks right in there, so you can take it all apart at a later time if you have to clean it out, bugs or whatever. So here's the step where we went ahead and prepped our post. If you have to put a post in the ground, there's instructions on that, how deep you want to do it. I already had a post. I just went ahead and modified it. As you can see, the first piece comes on, then the second piece comes on the top of it, and now we'll go ahead and we'll put this metal bracket on, which is this piece right here. And like I said, hopefully I can show steps of this. It's going to be hard not having a camera person. Hopefully you can bear with me. Alright, as you can see, the top screw started on the top there, and the two on the bottom are started in there, and we're going to try to run them in. And that will cinch right into your 4x4 post that's inside. Now this one is kind of on an angle, so I may have to get my screwdriver out and I'll hand tighten that one in. That gives you an idea. Okay, so according to the next step, right here, number 8, we're going to go ahead and slide that plastic bracket on, which is this right here. It's the decorative part. Once again, it's calling for 2 of the A's, which are the wood screws, the 2 that I showed you before. That's these right here, and they're going to go right here on top of the metal bracket, and you got little holes right there. You're going to have one there and one right there, and they've got little center punches that you just line right up. I'll take it out there and we'll slide it on. Alright, so we have our metal bracket fully installed. The screws will run up, and I'd recommend get them tight and then hand tighten them. That way you know that they're in there And with these two screws right there, you can pivot this arm to where it'll rock side to side to make sure you square up with your curb. And you can tighten up the right one, which will pull it to the right. You can tighten up the left one, which will pull it to the left, and then try to find a nice happy medium. So here we have our bracket. That's going to slide right on there. As you can see, the little notches there. Fits right in there. On top of here, you'll see the screws where the mailbox is going to mount next. And we'll go ahead and we'll start our screws right here into the hole, one by one. And I'll start that now. Alright, so once they're started in, I'm going to go ahead and take my cordless drill. Like I said, this all could be done actually with just a hand screwdriver. It may take a little bit longer, but it's not going to be that difficult. Go ahead and start them in. And one here. And make sure your holes are lining up there for where your mailbox is going to mount. Go ahead and snug them up with a hand screwdriver. Alright, now we're on to step 9 of the manual. And that includes this bracket right here. We're going to go ahead and we're going to go out there and put that on that arm and secure it. You're going to see these little tabs here. It doesn't show anything in there to what these tabs go for, so don't go ahead and remove them. I think they're used for another kit. They must mass produce this bracket and it's used for another mailbox kit, I'm assuming, because there's nothing in the instructions on it. Because once this thing is locked down, you're not going to be able to get these out of there. So I wanted to make sure. And it's saying now we're going to use C. So we go back to our description of our parts, and C pertains to these right here. So I imagine that's those right there. So you get those ready. Go back over to here to C, and it looks like they're going to go down in through the bracket. All right, on to this step. You're going to have these bolts that have like a hex head on them. And I would suggest using a ratchet on these. It's a lot easier than trying to hold a straight head screwdriver in there. You know, it's self-tapping bolt, so it'll go through that first layer of metal and then it'll lock in. And that's going to be a little difficult trying to drive that in. I'm using an 8mm socket, and that fits the top of that head. And we'll just screw that right on down until it comes snug. Now don't over tighten, just snug it up. Alright, well that's pretty stiff, as you can see. I mean, you're not going to be hanging, you know, a hammock out here or anything. It's just going to hold your mailbox up, and I'm 6'2", about 230, so it's handling pretty good. Like I said, now we'll go on to the mailbox. So we're on to step 10, the final step, and it calls for DFE. So that's going to be your bolt and a washer and a nut on the end. This should be pretty self-explanatory. You're going to go into the 4 holes that are inside of the box, and your screw is going to go in through the top with a washer. Looks like your nut's going to be on the bottom. Get yourself a stubby screwdriver where the Phillips head goes right there, and you're going to work from the inside of the box down into the bottom where your nut goes on the bottom. So we'll grab the box and we'll go out there and put it on. Alright, so I don't know if you can see in there, but I'm going to try to put the light on. There's the screws right there. Right in this spot here, and right in this spot here, and then all the way in the back, which you probably can't see, but we'll look, maybe, right there in those holes. And like I said, use your stubby screwdriver, which is this right here. It's a Phillips screwdriver. So you can get your hand in here and tighten it up that way. And you can use a wrench on the bottom there if you want to as a backup, or just use your hand because it's just plastic. You're just going to snug it. And that's it. But all in all, I mean, it's pretty stiff. You know, for a mailbox. Here's your flag when you want to deliver your mail. Just slide it out and in. But aesthetically, I think it looks pretty good. So that's my video and my review.
Give me a thumbs up, give me some feedback, let me know what you think, and happy shopping. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe.